Hello everyone in ESCXTRA. We're here in Stockholm. We're in person and we're here with Tone Sekelius.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. We just did the camera rehearsals. I hate this word. Rehearsals of this week, and I'm very pleased. Yes.
I liked it when you advanced to the final just last week. How the magazine QX had the headline and said Super Sekelius in the final.
I mean, that was so. I felt so honored, and it was such a amazing article, and this feels like very surreal. It feels huge, and it feels so. I'm just so happy to be here and to have this experience, and to for the third time, I guess third time's a charm, do the number, because it feels like for every time the stage presence and production of the number is just getting better, and it makes me very happy. Yeah.
Did you have expectations when you started this whole journey?
I didn't think. I mean, the expectations were.
Is it like making yourself proud is the biggest part, or is it do you have expectations I'm gonna reach this final or this show, or?
I mean, the hope was always to be in the finals, and the hope still is to win it. I mean, I guess that's everyone's hopes. Then if I would go to the semi or the final, I didn't really want to take anything for granted. So I just go into every number just doing the best I can do, and then just leaving it in the hands of people that are voting. I guess that's all you can do, because if you go into it being I'm gonna win this, or if you go into it I don't think I'm gonna go forward in this competition, then it'll either be that you don't give it your all because you already think that you're not
reaching that part.
Yeah. Or if you think that you got this, then you're also just leaning back and
probably get disappointed.
Yeah.
Most of them I get. One is lucky, but
right.
When you performed in the semi-final, I had flashbacks from Anna Bergendahl when she performed Ashes to Ashes when she came back, because she had the heat, and then she went to Second Chance, and there was like a swan out of the ashes. When I watched the performance, I was like, Yes. Was it also a moment for you when you were this is the performance, and this is? I also thought you were confident, but this was there was confident on camera is a whole level, and it was on point.
I felt that in the semi actually, because in the heat it was so much more going on in my mind, now's the time for me to prove myself as an artist. This is the first introduction to because it's a debut debut in Melodifestivalen, and there was not only I'm doing the number again, only better. It was I'm presenting this to people that don't really know the song or the number. And then after the heat, I was just watching the number, I guess, a couple of times, being what can we do here? How can we improve this? And honestly, just the thing with me extending an arm instead of doing this does a lot. It does a lot, because this was it was kind of a stiff vibe. This is just I'm here and I'm taking this place and
embracing the moment.
And it's just a better pose, I guess, to extend an arm.
I had no idea. You made some changes. The dress, we have now the blue and yellow colors. When did you decide that? And you keeping this for the final?
Yes, I am keeping it. It was decided right before the semifinals, when everything erupted in Ukraine and the situation in the world as it is today, extremely horrible. And and I just felt that I wanted to stand up to that and take this platform and just show my support, I guess. And with that flag change also came like another meaning, I guess, to the song. Because when I sing that, it's the lyrics are, "Have you ever been afraid showing your true color? All I ask humanity is take care of each other." And that just hits differently when the Ukrainian flag is there. So yeah, I guess that's the answer to that.
I mean, it's very deep, important meaning suddenly. I mean, it was very important for you before, but it was just like your message mostly, and people that identifying and also embracing themselves. But now it's like a whole nation, and like the whole world is like in this. Other changes also with the dress, we mentioned that. Do you have some else change for the final?
Well, there has been some tweaks made to the number, yes. I can promise you more sparkle, I guess.
We love that.
And just more drama, more like, just more of the number. Yeah.
When I watched your performance, they have this, I think it's called Steadicam on the roof, on the wheels. Is it called Steadicam?
When they're on stage?
No.
Like the Steadicams are the people that are running around with the cameras.
No. There's like camera stand with wheels in front of the stage where the aisle is.
Yeah.
And every time I'm watching the performance, I was like, don't forget it. She's walking there.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that
Really?
as well. Yep. Because they're literally in the way.
Yes,
if they don't move it, like, what do I do? What do I do?
And you walk on high heels.
Yes, I do. Because also now we have swapped the... like for those of you that watched the semifinals, you saw this, but now it's stilettos. It's not a chunky heel because the chunky heels were very like when you have a wider heel, you have more stability. When you have a stiletto, if the weight is off, then you're also off, and you're off the stage.
Are these things you think about when you walk?
Yeah. Okay. I gotta think about not getting tangled in the dress. I gotta think about. Like in some way peeking down on the dress without it showing to see how it lays on my feet. Because depending on the tear of the trench coat, how it lays on my feet, it determines how I walk. Because I have to take a slower like step if the dress is tangled. If it's not, then I can just walk. But there are like a lot of things you have to think about, and then when the walk happens, you just gotta walk. Because if you think about how you're walking and just like overthinking the steps, it's gonna show, and that's such a like confident moment. So you just gotta release everything.
Yeah, I feel like when people are watching me, I walk differently because I don't know.
That's the thing. You just gotta be like, all right, strut. Catwalk, just
slay.
Yes.
And you also have like people next to you. You walk through them.
Yeah, and that is actually easier with the red dress because the black dress was structured at the bottom. It was very like statuesque and gorgeous, but the bottom part, because it didn't like follow me as the red dress does, it took more place.
Oh, okay.
So if it like got caught in like a chair or something, then it would tangle.
Oh no.
And yeah.
So good change.
Yeah, I mean it's more comfortable. It's just like there's pros and cons with both dresses. The black dress was very structured from the beginning, and the red dress can get tangled in the beginning. But the black dress was harder to walk in. So there, pros and cons with everything.
So everyone at home, there's more to it just to perform. There's like a lot of things.
I mean, when you're walking with a dress that's not short, and when you're walking, when it's a reveal, I mean, everything has to go smoothly, seamlessly, because with the rehearsals to the heat, there were times when I was like, the jacket didn't come off fully, my wrist. So I was following the trench coat.
No. Bye.
Yeah, and I mean, now we added the part where I like shake my hands down. It's a close up in the camera, so you can't really see it. But I shake my hands down, making the jacket come down to here.
Oh, okay.
So it's very easy to just take it off.
Yeah.
Because when it was here, when I'm holding the mic, it came up here.
Oh, okay.
And when the dancer took it and just...
And they grab it, and then...
They have to, like, go for it.
Yeah.
And if they go for it and I'm stuck, the
Yeah.
repercussions are devastating.
You were discovered now by a lot of international fans. How do you gonna use that after Melfest? Do you release more music? Do you plan on doing more? You're also big on YouTube. More English videos.
English videos is, I mean, that's a tricky one, because if I go do English videos, the Swedish followers are gonna be confused, and you're gonna lose that part. So if I'm gonna do English stuff, I think it's another channel, and then kind of doing them both. When it comes to music, I mean, that's very universal, and I think I'm gonna stick to English music. So there's definitely music coming.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm curious, is there a favorite part of your performance you really like? Can be music or can be performance.
It's the flag part, and it's the, like, when I come up to the smaller stage and the whole like high note happens and all of that. Because not only do I like the part of the song there, but that is also so empowering to come up to that smaller stage and then just meet a camera from above, lowering itself. And that is it's such an intimate moment, because everything is kind of like dark and it's just a spotlight, and it feels like people are really like listening to what you're singing. To then just go into the apex basically of the song. So that's...
And then a huge explosion with lights.
Right.
Now your first time in Melfest, what's the worst part about it? Like the nervousness, the busyness?
No, the nervousness. I mean, hands down. Because now, having done it twice, the nervousness is not like... It's very much there, but it's not as bad as it was the first time. But being nervous is the worst feeling, because it's just like a combination of everything. You're nauseous, you're feeling euphoric, you're feeling it's just like a whirlwind of emotions, and you can't really like pull yourself out of it until the song starts. Because for me, it's like I hear in my headphones, they're like melody number 5, Sekelius, and then I hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, dun, 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 dun. When I start hearing that 1, 2, 3, 4, the world disappears. Like I go into something else. I don't really know. It's just so... It's very interesting, because you can't really... I mean, the song keeps on going. You can't just... Oh, wait a minute.
Yes.
I gotta have 2 minutes. I'm sorry. So you just gotta like go with it, or you're screwed.
Yeah. I would think like, don't screw this up. It's happening now. It's happening.
Right. And I think I did that a lot in the heat. On the rehearsals. I overthought everything. Now it's just like, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride, because not only will I feel better about the performance, but it will also show in camera the emotion and the enjoyment.
Yeah, sadly you see everything on camera.
Yeah, right.
Last but not least, do you have a message for the viewers at ESCXTRA that are watching right now, voting, listening?
I just want to say thank you for the support, and it feels amazing to do this for you, and to to kind of like widen the audience of the semifinal and the heat, and now you're also involved, and it makes me so happy. And I don't know, I'm just very like excited about this, and I hope that you will love the number as much as I do.
Yes, and vote. And I just want to mention, I love your earrings.
Thank you.
They fit for the dress, right?
Yeah.
I love them. Thank you so much for taking the time. And
Thank you,
all
too.
the best for Saturday.
Thank you.